basically.
I'm going live now, by the way.
Yeah, fair enough. But
That's
yeah,
kind of a spoiler, isn't it?
yeah, spoiler, but I'm not telling you what the scene is about. So, is it technically
It
a
does
spoiler?
feel
I
like the
don't
main
know.
premise of the game.
I
It's like-
don't know if it's misinformation or not.
Oh.
Ooh, you'll just have to play the games yourselves. Ooh.
Hi,
Like,
welcome to
imagine-
Fast Food Thursday.
Where Posh is on his usual antics of spreading misinformation again.
It's a great day today. We have an announcement to make. This is breaking news.
Oh shit.
I've killed Henry Kissinger.
Yeah. Holy shit, fucking
I
based.
today did that.
I did not.
So I'm rewarding myself with some crisps.
Hell yeah, bro. I did not know you had the basedness available to do that.
What are you
The
doing
dog
on?
in
What
him.
are you streaming to the right
He
now?
got that dog in him.
What are you streaming, Posh?
I'm gonna be streaming me doing, it's not modeling, it's more like assembling a 3D model from, like, pieces that already exist.
Kit bashing.
Yeah, more or less, more or less. Alright.
Now, I know things.
You do not. Mister, you do not. You, in fact, are very sussy baka.
Yeah, so basically Henry Kissinger is dead. That's the news of the fucking day.
Hell yeah.
We're all very happy about it. I woke up this morning. I was a bit like, because it's like cold as shit here. It's like -8 degrees currently. Cold wind, snow everywhere. Streets are not properly cleared of it because there was a strike.
Wow, it's like plus like 3 or 4 degrees here.
Yeah, there's a big cold front going on here right now. And
yeah.
The wild thing is
Hey, yo, we got a lot of people
I wake
today.
up and I'm like, let's just see what's going on the news, and the first two words I see anything news related is Henry and Kissinger. And I was like, yes, please. Please, God, give me this W on this day. And I've been walking with a spring in my step the whole day. It's really great that he's dead.
Wait, what is that meme again of like the left and the right celebrating someone that they hate dying, and then you've got this one party just going like, no, even though I didn't agree with his policies, I still respect him as a person. It's sad that he died.
The thing about Kissinger is that he had no position. He had the only thing he cared about was power and being close to power and using power. It didn't matter if it was with fascists or socialists or communists. He loved killing people. That was his modus operandi, was to use power to just murder millions of people.
Oh boy, I just love killing. He was born in Germany.
He was born in Germany. He
fled from the fucking Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
It's very in character for the Germans, though.
I don't
actually. There's.
I'm gonna say something really dark, but like that's the one they should have got though.
Wow.
Like, because
I did not know people on this house.
In a utilitarian sense, a lot of people would have been saved by that one guy.
True. The one thing
I forgot where he's. Oh, go ahead.
So I don't know if this is genuinely a very bad assumption here, but it feels like every time I read the news about like someone who does like no, that's the wrong thing to say. Fuck. It feels like it's always people who've escaped the Holocaust who who go into positions of power, who become monsters. Am I fucked up for thinking this? Am I genuinely like?
Yeah, where the fuck are you going with this, dude? I've never Kissinger is the only one I know where this is the case.
Yeah, this is the
Didn't a
only
lot
case
of
where
didn't
that
a lot of Jewish people also didn't a lot of Jewish people who helped with like the founding of Israel also escape the Holocaust, or were those?
I
like,
mean, sure, but they're not all like psychopaths. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Well,
Kissinger was a very particular form of evil.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually said this. I forgot what book it was in, but he was quoted in a meeting, I think, with Nixon, which Nixon had a nickname for Kissinger. He called him Jew Boy, and I think he said in a meeting, if it weren't for the circumstances, I would have been an anti-Semite because the Jews have been losing for 2,000 years.
Yeah. And he wanted to.
Yeah. He did not care. Even though he was Jewish, he did not care for Jews. Because, like he said, it's just he only cared about power. That's why he got in so deep into the United States. Because the United States is the most powerful country.
This is pretty much all Kissinger. Like, even if it wasn't like it directly, it was because of his policies and the course he set, and like every decision that he could have possibly made. Because even when he wasn't formally in the halls of power anymore, of course, he was still a very politically influential figure, especially among conservatives.
Like Hillary Clinton calls him a good friend.
Well, that usually means that you're gonna be like committing suicide soon, if you're on Hillary Clinton's friend list.
No, Hillary Clinton is a very good person and a very upstanding politician.
It's really wild that they literally have like over 100 people that they were good friends with that just killed themselves.
Yeah.
How strange.
But like,
that's such
you
a
can literally,
coincidence.
you ask somebody about why they hate America from almost anywhere on the planet, and the reasons will inevitably involve Kissinger in some way. Not saying that America was good before Kissinger, but he made it a lot worse.
It's what's funny
he made
to
it
me,
infinitely worse.
And what really illustrates the whole point to me is, like, it's rare that when you're like in a foreign country and you're shitting on like a different country that's like fucked up your country. Usually the person whose ire, for whom your ire is reserved, is the leader of that country, not one of its ministers necessarily.
Yeah.
But like all of these, like you have the name Kissinger is almost as universally reviled, even more so in many of these places than like the names of the presidents that ended up invading them.
Yeah, it's like if you look back at that time, like during the late '60s, early '70s, domestically, Nixon was the most hated. Overseas, it was Kissinger.
Yeah. They were perfect. He took off the heat domestically, so Kissinger could genocide brown people.
Well, and he did like in actually Walsh said it pretty well. It's like Kissinger like inflated the ball and Nixon like kicked the ball.
Yeah. He hit like fucking Nixon's hands looked like this, so Kissinger's hands can look like this.
Yeah, it's like because like a lot of the stuff that we were involved in or just allowed to happen, like the bombings in Cambodia, Laos, the genocide in Bangladesh, East Timor, Chile. It's all thanks to him.
Yeah.
It's and that's just a handful of things. There's
He
Angola.
really had the grind set when it came to being a war criminal. He really,
Yeah,
he put in the fucking hours. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean Saudi Arabia, like our worst alliance ever with Saudi Arabia is thanks to him. Our relationship with China is thanks to him. He like opened up China to the West.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Kissinger didn't like Europe. He thought Europe was like full of losers.
It's crazy how this guy who like because people think, oh, what a wild political figure he must have been that he was so young in power during the Nixon era. If he died now, it's like, no, he was just ancient back then as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. He wasn't ancient, but he was like an old guy. It was a completely normal. I think it was like just under Nixon's age.
Yeah,
for him to have these like teenage opinions of like, oh, this is like a loser country.
It was literally that's brilliant. I mean, evilly brilliant politician and diplomat, but at the core of it, just such a fucking child.
I love that people. It's wild to call him a diplomat in many ways, because even though that like really is factually what he did, it's like, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like calling an executioner a doctor because he has a medical degree.
Yeah.
Bro, it's fucking wild.
I think if you could put a list of like the most destructive like Americans like within American history, like Kissinger, it's like domestically the worst like domestic American would be like Andrew Jackson, because he spearheaded the massacre of numerous Native Americans, helped with slavery. You have like
Andrew fucking Jackson, Jesus.
A to the J.
Yeah, and like another one, like I would consider one of the worst Americans ever is a guy called Thomas Midgley, and he was the guy who discovered that lead caused cars to run better. So thanks to him, our environment's permanently damaged, or not permanently, but was damaged so bad that a whole generation of people in the world are just brain damaged thanks to him.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have Henry Kissinger with foreign policy. It's like 3 for 3. America is like, goddamn.
Yeah, motherfuckers, you on some shit. That's for real.
Which generation was it again? This is boomers, right? They're all brain damaged.
Yeah, boomers are. Yeah, because boomers grew up during the peak of like automotive culture, which means peak gasoline consumption, which means peak lead in the air.
Because when I was like a younger, I was like a kid to teenager, we would get like unleaded gasoline.
Jesus.
And I was of course aware that lead is poisonous because my grandma told me not to lick it. And I was like, why does it say unleaded? Is that that seems suspicious. Like, why would you have to put that on there? It's like, no, it used to be they used to just put it in there for reasons that I guess, it wasn't explained to me.
Scientifically, it makes sense. Ethically, it does not.
Yeah, the reason they added lead to gasoline was because it helped cars run better. It reduced the maintenance costs of cars. But we got better at building cars, and then but they kept using leaded gasoline because, well, corporate shenanigans. There was a patent on leaded gasoline, and corporations wanted to make money off of it,
Hell yeah.
which is why you still. I think the last country to stop using leaded gasoline, I forgot which one it was, but it was like in 2016. They finally banned it. Like they were like
Bloody hell,
leaded
man.
gasoline was being made up until the very end.
I love this, dude. I love
Bro,
the-
it's wild, bro. Also, is it me? So, can you just check my stream at the minute? But
It's
is
like
it me, or is that hair color definitely not black?
That does not look black. That's definitely brown.
No, that definitely looks gray. At least on my monitor. I'm looking at it. I'm like,
I mean,
what
it might
the
also
fuck
be
is this
gray.
shit?
I don't think the color translates that well, but
Hang
it's
on.
more brown than gray.
Wait, no, fuck off. I don't.
I
need
think they
that.
call
But
that
no, I
salt and
actually-
pepper.
I actually have a story
Yeah, no,
about
it's definitely the monitor coloring.
about how my mom really pissed off my dad and actually caused like several $1,000s worth of damage to her, because when I was this is like when I was a little kid, my dad bought a brand new Volkswagen bus.
Yeah.
That sounds
Well,
nasty.
not the old bus, like the
Oh, what
van
the
wagon. Anyway, he bought a Volkswagen van, and he bought it in the U.S., which meant that it had all the environmental stuff like the catalytic converter, which means that it had to run on unleaded fuel.
Yeah.
Because if you put lead through a catalytic converter, it causes it to overheat and melt down and destroy it. But since my dad was in the military, he eventually got stationed back in Germany, and I think Germany banned leaded gasoline a few years after the U.S. So you could still buy leaded gasoline in Germany,
Oh,
even though, like,
no.
on the U.S. bases, you can't. And yeah, one time we were out and about. Mom went to go get fuel, bought it from a German gas station. She filled it up with leaded gasoline, and eventually, after like a couple days, the van just died, just would not run. And turns out, yeah, she had put leaded fuel in. Because I guess like her excuse was it was like cheaper or something, or she didn't know. But yeah,
I mean,
it was.
I wouldn't know these things. I mean, I didn't live at the time, but that sounds like a mistake I'd make.
Yeah, same. to
Yeah,
be
this was like 1991, 92 when this happened.
Oh shit, that was like fairly recently.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, well, the U.S. finally banned leaded gasoline in '92, but they were starting to sell unleaded gasoline in the '70s. When did Germany ban leaded fuel?
I don't know, but it definitely sounds suspicious.
I'm
shit,
I'm
you
looking
son of
it
a
up.
bitch. Did I fuck up? Hope I didn't overwrite a save. Shit. Hope I
But
didn't.
yeah, that's the tea of the day, essentially. Henry Kissinger's.
Oh, yeah.
We're all happy.
Yeah.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
I
You know,
I feel like okay, I have a thing. I have
Go
merch
on.
again. I have a merch store again where I sell
Oh
merch.
yeah, bro.
It's
How
functional
difficult is
even
it
at
getting-
this point, right? Here's the thing.
Oh no.
The next video I'm gonna put out, and I'm trying to get it out fairly soon. How soon I can get it out depends on how well I survive the shots I'm getting tomorrow.
What do you mean?
I'm getting a flu and a COVID shot.
Oh, you poor bastard. You're definitely gonna die.
Ooh.
And it depends on how much those put me out of commission. Because I have a whole very strict rhythm now, or I do the first 3 days of the week are just uni stuff because I'm back at university. But anyway, but it's gonna be a video about the Holocaust, and I feel like
Oh boy.
going out there being like, buy that merch is you know, a little
Buy
bit
our
insensitive. I don't know, like
Holocaust
I feel
merch.
like it kind of is a little bit insensitive. But also to just essentially go out and it's the Christmas season, you know, so people are buying shit, and I'd love to get the Christmas season off with like a, you know, with a little bit of a sale, because I can do a sale. Yeah.
Seasons, greasons.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
Based.
Yeah, but I don't know if you should
Yeah,
tag on your merch campaign
I
with
wanted
the
to
Holocaust.
I wanted to sort of do a sort of announcement video where I talk about the fact that I'm back at college, the fact that I have merch now again, because, you know, and also the fact that I'm like publishing a book, but the process of publishing the book is extremely delayed. It's a lot of like work that I can't slot in regularly because it's everything, like, especially this last month, there's just constantly being shit going on that I have to do outside, like extracurricular activities that I need to be engaged with that really drain a lot of my professional time.
You need to create an in crowd and an out crowd, and the in crowd will buy your merch, and the out crowd should be rejected. So yeah, I definitely think you should try to sell it in the next video.
I don't even understand what any of that means, though. That sounds like marketing talk to me.
Basically, there's this guy called Liver King, and he was primal. So all the primals bought all of his stuff.
Yeah.
And anytime someone criticized them, they were subprimal. Like, don't listen to those guys.
Like subprimal mortgages, subprimal mortgages.
Jesus.
There we go.
Sounds pretty fucking horrible.
Subprimal mortgages. How about that? How about subprimal mortgages?
Soprano mortgages.
So I found some disappointing
Oh, what
news.
the fuck? Oh, what'd you find out?
So apparently the guys who've been doing Planet Coaster have been trying to Planet Coaster, yes, that's the name, did a game on Age of Sigmar, an RTS based on Age of Sigmar. Apparently it's failed pretty bad.
I heard
it's failed pretty bad, and now the new message is, fuck, we're gonna have to go back to Sims again. Which is... I always find it kind of heartbreaking when you have a company... I feel like it's the same thing that happens in music, where you have a company that... a band, but in this case a company that tries to branch out, and then it just fucking fails, and they have to go back. It's like, yeah, experimenting should be done, I think. And, you know, most of the time I feel like companies get punished for it. When it comes to, like, different genres, at the very least.
Berger did a really good video on this where it's like the for-profit model in video games is harming the industry, you know.
No shit.
You could just make games for the love of it, and like
that wasn't really the main point of that video, though. I think it's I mean, yeah,
which video was it?
I mean, you know, you could in an ideal world do that. That was kind of the point.
Yeah, fair. The one thing I will say is it probably didn't help the game, the fact that it is a console RTS, as in it is very much focused on console.
Oh.
Like, I find it's the worst one, because I've seen a few reviews of it, and the impression I'm getting is it's very console-friendly without being necessarily very computer-friendly. I get you have to make sacrifice.
How do you do a console RTS even? I can't
Halo
even conceptualize that.
Halo Wars. You make
one of the first RTSs ever came out on the Sega Mega Drive.
Yes, but a lot of things came out on the Sega Mega Drive.
You can make really good.
And then they figured out
it was a bad idea.
It's a small niche. I feel like RTS is like you're already going upstream with it.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't necessarily think so. Like, sorry,
requires
but
like APM, but the strategy part like is like thinking. So like smart people who have worse like it's like you're looking for a niche guy who wants to think smart and have fast reflexes.
not
It's like-
necessarily. Like, I will admit it's not the most popular genre on the planet, but it is seeing a sort of. I wouldn't say necessarily a
Well, it's like
revival because a
once in a
revival
while you
would
see
imply.
something really good come out.
Yeah, but I don't want to say there's been a revival at the moment because a revival would imply like I don't know, like a lot of success. I would say it's slowly coming back. I feel like it's one of those things where you've had the high and you've had the low, and right now we're seeing like a middle where it's like it's probably not as ever going to be as popular as it once was, but it's not RTS games are unsuccessful narratives kind of bullshit, you know?
The way I see it is that for RTSs, especially recently, like in the past 15 years, it's been like really awesome RTS game comes out, then nothing happens for a while, then another really awesome RTS comes out for and then nothing happens, and then EA puts out a shitload of shitty Command and Conquer shits and just kills the market. It's like you have like Supreme Commander comes out and it's fucking awesome. And then you have like Red Alert 3 come out. And yeah,
Fucking
it's not
awesome.
the best game, but it's still awesome because it's so funny because it's classic Command and Conquer. And then a couple years pass, and then you have like a Grey Goo come out, which is a really awesome RTS. And then a flood of just Command and Conquer tripe from EA. And then everybody's like, well, I guess the RTS genre's done.
Yeah.
And then you get like Command and Conquer Remastered coming out. And it's like, sweet.
Fucking awesome. Just give us remasters for each and every single one of the 2D games and we're happy. I do still think it's happening, but completely understandable. The one thing I will say is I think there is an untapped niche because, like, yes, keyboard commands are incredibly useful. However, I don't necessarily think you have to make a game where you have to memorize the keyboard layout constantly. You can make a slow RTS. I've seen mods be so much more popular than the base game because they made it slow strategy. Like the kill time is fucking slow. The movement is slow. That kind of thing. And it works. And it's just like, just give me an RTS where I don't have to feel like I am struggling to manage two basic things, the economy and the combat. Give me something that slows everything down, and I will be happy.
Right. But I'm not sure how much public interest there is in RTSs. I mean, I just looked at the top 50 games on Twitch, and
that's fucking Twitch.
RTS.
Like, look, for as much as I find live stream to be a cool concept, RTS does not go well with live streaming. Just immediate strategy in general, any sort of top-down strategy game immediately does not work on Twitch, I feel.
Yeah.
It doesn't even work in live streaming in general.
Yeah, you have to be like a ISP, iSorrow Productions, where you run a game and you just take clips of like wacky shit. You basically have to make like a clip video, because it's like if you actually live stream it, it's so fucking boring for people who are watching it.
I mean, you can do that way, or you can also go the other way, which is kind of like you film your campaigns and you go through a process of like making it like a story in essence,
Yeah.
Like it especially works for like stuff like brands.
That pulled it off. Yeah. I think the only RTS that pulled off the streaming aspect was like StarCraft 2.
Oh,
and that was only in like a very highly competitive sense where everything was fast moving.
The worst part is yes, multiplayer is sort of important, but like this isn't necessarily true because I don't think like a lot of strategy games nowadays, specifically RTSs, since we're on the topic, focus on the multiplayer. Though I do see the mistake of like companies where it's like, speaking of this Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin, which is the game I was talking about previously, that Age of Sigmar RTS.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one problem I also see is companies are going more and more towards the kind of like games as a service, but it's difficult to explain, but not necessarily as a service, but like doing the whole kind of like content filtering, not content filtering, but basically just kind of like drop feeding content, you know? Or it's like you don't have enough features on launch, you don't have enough game modes on launch, you don't have enough maps on launch, you barely have enough stuff to go around. And it's like, yes, I understand you want to kind of like prioritize on some things, but there's got to be at the very least a bare minimum above what the bare minimum is right now. You know? Because like Age of Sigmar released with like one multiplayer game mode. It released with a full single player campaign. Props to them. But it's more or less just multiplayer / skirmish as a campaign. And I fucking hate that.
I have a question. If it has a pause function, is it still considered a real-time strategy?
Yes.
So would FTL or Frostpunk be RTS?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those aren't, in essence, RTS because well, they're wrong and they need to be fucking kicked out of the fucking server. No, I'm kidding. But I will say, so when we're talking about the playstyle, no, not the playstyle, the how do you call it? Like the difference between real time and turn based. What would you call that? I know it's a mechanic.
Between real time and turn based, that one of them is real time, the other is turn based.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
that is the difference.
Regardless if the real time strategy game has pause or not, it doesn't matter. Like a pause function, I don't think. Well, it does contribute a bit to like the strategy part of the game, but at the same time, I don't think it does enough to kind of say that it to differentiate it basically from an RTS. So like, if the game has pause or not, it's still an RTS. You know, if the RTS has real-time pause or not, it's still an RTS. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna set this standard. If you're playing an RTS and it doesn't take like literally 16 hours for your troops to move through the jungle of Vietnam, it's not a real-time strategy game because it's not the real amount of time that they're taking.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
I will take the page of Gaben on this, or why do I need to have realism? Like,
yeah, if it doesn't take like 2 years of propositions and filling out permits, and cutting through red tape and doing environmental studies, and then another year to construct the barracks, then it's not a real-time strategy game.
If my soldiers move through the fucking Russian winter, they better be taking weeks and months at a time and just be.
In that case, my friends, would you kindly direct your gaze onto grand strategy?
Yeah, that's not in real time either, though.
No, you can have real-time grand strategy games. You can also have real-time 4X games. 4X is a genre.
I do think that would be cool. In fairness, I do think that would be pretty cool. Like to have a game that you usually play absolutely not in real time because real time really corresponds to actual real time.
CK free, bitch.
Wait,
look.
When does not actually correspond to actual real time, Bosch?
Yeah, no.
Look. When I select 10 Humvees in Command and Conquer, and at least 2 of them don't move because they have dead batteries because the soldiers left the lights on, then it's not real RTS.
And I direct you perhaps to real-time tactics. Like, I also understand the argument, if I don't see my soldier get one shot in the fucking knee and die, it's not a real RTS.
Do you know what's the RTS fucking what should we call it? PlanetSide.
Yes.
PlanetSide.
Yes.
Yeah,
actually, I see where you're going with this,
Yeah,
and I agree.
Because I mean, it really in like
Sure,
a,
that
if
PlanetSide,
if you're playing one of the like players that are commanders essentially, it's not like a classic top down type shit, but you are really genuinely commanding troops that are real people that are doing battles in real time, and you're handling the real actual logistics of a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so much fun.
I
Oh my
remember
God.
I think
It
I played a
was.
bit of PlanetSide 2.
What is
I
it?
played a bit of PlanetSide 2, and I don't remember it being that great.
No, that was the only one I
Well,
did
I
play. I
mean-
really liked that.
You know what's a
Yeah.
good RTS? Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
I will fucking shoot you.
Well, I mean, if they have a section in the campaign where it's like you get to command
I
the
will
troops and send them
fucking
in.
shoot you. Do I need to
So,
repeat myself? You
I
do
mean,
not.
You know, I
You
really
keep
kind of.
that game out of this discussion, please.
Poshifer, what are you even
You
doing
know what?
right now with the beards? What is your deal? What the fuck are you doing?
I'm basically so. This has to do with the game. I'm just
Looking at
recreating.
beards.
No, I'm. Well, I mean, the beards are magnificent in this game, but I'm trying to what's the word? I'm looking at the models, basically, the vanilla models they have, and just basically taking the colors they've put and putting them on what I'm doing. Basically, just going like, hey, just change all these colors. Oop, shit, wrong one.
Interesting.
Yeah, because so basically, the annoying thing about this is that the beards and the hair don't come in individual sets of colors. You have to do that yourself. And if you don't, you will have the problem of, so say if I remove this color and I just choose, let's say, Braga, for example, now that is slightly pinkish.
Yeah.
Yo,
Wonderful. You
We
know,
still
so
No.
we celebrating, but you kind of missed the initial celebration, brother.
shame. Yeah, I know.
We're
I was
celebrating
out
the-
eating.
Bitch, that's where you been.
I've been eating dinner with my dad.
That's
Beast.
pretty lit.
Oh,
Oh, hey, really quick.
I have
Re-
also
really
I
quick,
have
uh,
also eaten dinner with your dad.
Yeah. Yeah, you have.
This is a true fact.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to point your attention to the studio booth name list really quick and take a look at the bottom.
where do you find the name list?
The one at the bottom is Florida Man Cody, so I don't really understand. Oh, you mean
I
okay?
thought-
Your username. You fuck my wife. Yeah, I've seen that. It's good.
Yeah, you come into my house, you fuck my wife.
Oh shit!
Easy, dude.
is this an Ian
Oh,
Gary
yeah.
reference? I don't understand.
It's that
You
you
come
come
into
to
my
my
house.
house, you suck my dick, you call me gay meme.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
You come into my house, you suck my dick, you call me gay? What are you, a fucking
That's not
faggot?
right.
Yeah. So
Hey,
Damn.
so I took a peek at like the legality of leaded fuel, and yeah, 1992 was the U.S., 1993 was the European Union, and as of
that's
the latest
way more
report they have
recent
is
than I thought too. Like that is way
Yeah.
more recent.
Wait. What's this? Sorry.
Removing
the
lead from
first
the
country
from
to
the
ban
petrol.
leaded. Yeah, the first country that did it was Japan in 1986.
Mhm.
As of 2014, which they actually need to update, Algeria, Iraq, Yemen, Myanmar, North Korea, and Afghanistan still use leaded fuel. North Korea and Myanmar got the lead concoction from China, while the rest got their leaded concoction from the U.S., which means the U.S. still produces
Oh.
leaded fuel.
They still
Yeah.
do, and they sell it to like poor countries.
They sell it to everyone else. But
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
Base
Yeah.
US
people,
moment.
people keep telling me like the U.S. kills its own citizens by stupid laws, and it's like, yeah, but they also do it to like other people for like shit they used to have legal years ago. I would not be surprised if they sold asbestos to poorer countries and just said, yeah, no, this is completely fine.
They did.
It
They
might
did.
still be needed
They
for
could.
like places with older cars, though, right? What
Oh my
cars can
God.
take unleaded fuel? Like I know, like Cuba has like all the cars from like the '60s or something.
What you find is that a lot of car companies build versions for what they call developing markets. Like if you go there's like cars from like Ford and like Opel and like Toyota and Honda that are just sold in developing markets. They're mostly produced in like India or Vietnam or China, but and they just basically just like design like the biggest thing with lead fuel is that you can't use it in modern engines because it destroys like all the
Yeah, they have
environmental stuff.
it's essentially too low octane essentially.
Yeah. So they just tune their engine. They just tune the engines they have to run on really low octane fuel.
Yeah. Which
You
is
know,
basically
'cause it's-
like barely one step above diesel.
Yeah. And like you can like look up the cars as like Ford has like the Icon, Honda has like the Honda City, and these are cars that are
the
just like
Hilux
sold.
are not being sold around in the US anymore. Either.
Yeah.
Really?
They're trying
yeah.
to make sure there's no revolution, dude. That's
What is it?
Well, we
My,
do
2000
we do technically have the Hilux. It's just they
Well, it's a different
modify
name,
it so
and they
much.
have they have a different engine, etc.
Yeah. I
Fucking
hate.
whack my
Have you
guy.
guys?
Yeah,
have
it
you
looks
guys
like
seen the-
this.
Yeah, it looks like a
Hang on.
Hilux.
It looks
the-
like
the
a
Toy-
fucking the classic standard American truck.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
how is that?
Yeah, it looks
how is
like
that? That
it
is
looks like
not.
a Toyota Hilux.
That does not go well with an AK-47, I have to say.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, it looks like a Toyota Hilux that got stung by a bee.
It's like, how are you going to mount a machine gun
Yeah.
on the back?
Yeah.
It's
That's
too
Oh
bulky.
yeah.
It's not
Okay. Have you
this.
have you guys seen the pictures in the news article about the $10,000 pickup that Toyota's building?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Also, I want to say something. The way Gideon said, "This is not okay," it sounded like someone being told about like fucking pugs being deformed by
People
breeding.
have made that comparison. People have made that comparison between like South American and European pickups compared to like the American. the
Generally,
North
American cars
ones.
look inbred. Like, that's just a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to be the
I like
best.
Tumblr had like this huge thread about comparing North American semi trucks to European semi trucks, and they were like talking about how like the North American trucks are like the natural, like the actual like natural like way semi trucks are supposed to be, but like the pug nose like European trucks are like massively inbred, and they started up this whole lore about how like, oh, because they're not actually like inbred, it's just divergent evolution. Like
And
the they called the American trucks long snouts. The long snouts are best at like long range, like distance. While the short
That makes
snouts,
sense.
the pug snouts, are more better for like the tight European roads and the small towns.
I mean, that
like
is...
if you tried to take a long snout and put it in
and
Europe,
then
it's gonna have a
somebody,
tough time.
and then somebody destroyed their entire argument by posting a picture of a Fiat Panda.
I feel like it's an analogy one can make, but it's a lot funnier to just say that Americans are stupid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the easy thing to do.
It's unfair, and you all don't have a choice in it, but it is funnier. See, the $10,000 Toyota truck, that goes well with assault weapons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's aesthetically speaking, I would drive this.
Yeah. Or, look at this fucking beast.
I mean, it genuinely just oh hell yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Oh
no! You want to know a
right
fun
now.
fact? You want to know a fun fact about the Fiat Panda? Up until like for its first generation, like the lowest base model was intended for farm use, which means it had canvas, like thin canvas seats, and you could pop down the rear canvas seat so you can load like livestock into it, like sheep and pigs.
Yeah, this kind.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
not this kind, because this kind is a bit more modern, but
And then you could give the cows guns.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But no, like
There was
with
a Love,
There's a
Death, and
huge-
Robots episode with the mice on the farm.
there's a huge demand for small utility vehicles in the U.S. Like gray market imports of like European and Japanese like micro pickups and like micro vans is a pretty big industry here in the U.S.
Where is the farm grandpa version of the Fiat Panda? There's a very specific modification that like you see in every farm grandpa car, which is like it's slightly raised floor, slightly wider wheels, and you can just tell. But also like, look at these fucking pictures.
Yeah, you can do shit with this kind. It's wild to me that a lot of these vehicles that at this point are old timers. I remember roughly 30 years ago when we talked about old timers, we meant like really just fucking fancy limousine.
There it is.
Deals. Right?
There it fucking is. Yeah.
But nowadays,
it's
when we talk about old timers, we're just talking about cars that are still reliable to this day. Oh hell yeah, dude, that rules.
The middle one of those, you can just tell that an old man in his 80s wearing one of those, vest jackets with like a billion pockets that is like drab green and like a flat cap, drives it around on the daily, including in his farm.
Yeah.
No, these K trucks from Japan are very, very popular here in the States. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're great. They're perfect for like farm work and like going out and going hunting. They're preferred over ATVs because you get the durability and everything, but you also get like an enclosed cab with like heating and air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as long as you don't take them out on the interstate, they're totally legal on the roads.
I feel like a lot of American companies are trying to sell an aesthetic of being American more so than like practical products, and the actual consumers are like, we're just gonna get this from other places. We're just gonna buy things that are more convenient.
Yeah,
it's like literally like these K trucks. It's like they get sold off in Japan, and like people like buy them at auction, throw them into a shipping container, and just send it off to the U.S.
Just think about like this type of think about if Ford made a vehicle like this. You would definitely have like fucking conservative radio pundits going how they're putting estrogen in the cars, fucking
trying
to turn the cars gay. Like they couldn't even do it.
There.
You'd have Tucker Carlson crying about this as much as he cried about the M&Ms no longer being sexy.
This has
Oh my
activated.
God.
This has activated my memory of a song that has like. I got the video. It's like 8,000 views from a fucking YouTube channel with 100 subscribers.
Obviously, I cannot watch this because it's sound.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody might.
I cannot see sound.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. No, I feel like with like Stellantis and their like Dodge and Ram brands in the United States, like the only reason they exist is to sell an image of like hyper masculinity, and they sell it to people who either have no credit or bad credits. Like they can barely afford
guys.
Yeah, it's like the Dodge Hellcat. The Dodge Hellcat doesn't make sense. It's a drag race car.
Pull that up.
That
I'm gonna pull it up.
Pull that shit up.
Yeah, it's a drag race car that's sold as a street legal car. Costs like $60,000, and most of the people who buy it are like people who joined the military and got like their bonus. So they get like a $10,000 bonus, put it down on the car, and then sign for a loan that they cannot afford.
Is it this? Because it says Challenger, so it's Challenger Hellcat, right?
Yeah.
I have to be honest, I love the like new Dodge Challenger aesthetic. I love the newer Dodge Challengers, and I always have. The way that they look, I just really like it personally. But I've also
they look mean as hell.
Yeah,
they look great. But no, it's like they market these cars, and like they're willing to sell it to people who probably shouldn't have it.
Yeah, unlike Ferrari.
Yeah, no, Ferrari by definition sells it to people who shouldn't have it because nobody should have a Ferrari.
Yeah, well, like buying a Ferrari is really fucking difficult because Ferrari doesn't want to sell its cars.
The Dodge Challenger is being discontinued.
That is such an Italian
in 2024.
Oh yeah, it's not. Well, it's being replaced by an all-electric version.
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah. Also, because of the fact that the underpinnings of the Dodge Challenger go all the way back to the Mercedes-Benz E-Class of the 1990s. It's a very old design underneath.
Yeah.
That was back when Mercedes-Benz owned Dodge and Chrysler and all that. And then they got really mad that the image of Chrysler was ruining the image of Mercedes-Benz. And it's like, well, why the fuck did you buy them in the first place?
Yeah.
I found something
very
out
4D
today.
chips.
Okay.
What'd you find out?
I see. You know how I hate my gardeners.
Yeah.
They're not my gardeners. They're my landlord's gardeners.
Yeah.
But I was always like, oh yeah, well, but at least they're just doing their job, and I have to have some level of working class solidarity.
True.
Until I found out today that they are in fact scabs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that kind of hurt.
There's a strike of like people who do like winter services, right? Basically like removing ice from the roads and shit. And they were at 3 a.m. today. They were in the yard shouting loudly because they were going to work to remove the ice and snow. They're scabs. And now I feel very justified in my hatred.
Fair enough.
Now there is no longer solidarity.
Oh,
Yeah.
Speaking
in multiple ways.
Speaking of strikes, you've been keeping up with what's been going on in Sweden.
Not very much, but what I do know is that they basically all sectors at this point boycotting or striking against Tesla, and
Yep.
Elon Musk
Yeah.
has sued the country of Sweden.
No, he's suing. He's suing specifically the unions so far. I don't think he's suing the
Yeah,
country
he's
yet.
going after the union.
I do think he is going to have to sue the country.
That's very.
At one
very
point,
funny.
he will.
Because
He
I don't
will.
think like he understands. It pisses me off that it has to be the Swedes who do this because Germany has like bigger and more powerful labor unions, but they have just been, cucked a little bit, which I don't like. So I'm very happy that the Swedes are put like they're not even delivering mail to Tesla buildings.
They're not even fixing cars. They're not even repairing and maintaining buildings. They're not. Wait, it gets better. They're not even cleaning up the sites at which Tesla works.
Yeah, they're not cleaning Tesla. The cleaners are striking.
Actually, well, I think the lawsuit is from it's against the postal service because the postal service is not delivering registration plates for the cars.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to sue them by saying we're gonna go ahead. We want to go ahead and do it ourselves.
I do not know the specifics of the lawsuit. I just know that he is doing a lawsuit instead of just negotiating with the unions, because in his mind it's like I don't negotiate with terrorist situation.
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Did you see that on him? Did you see that interview he had? Where it was posted up today, where he just comes off as just really awkward and unhinged.
I mean, he always does.
Well, in the interview, he said like, yeah, fuck the advertisers, and then he looks out to the crowd, and everybody's silent, so he says it again, and a couple people like chuckle. Yeah, and then he says, yeah, that's how I really feel. Fuck the advertisers. And everybody's silent again, and they just like move on with the interview.
So the funny thing is that he lost the advertisers because he was saying like anti-Semitic shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking. Oh, did you see his what was it? His tour in Israel?
Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking loved it. God damn. Oh yeah. By the way, Burger. I'm going to Barcelona. In a couple of weeks. Do you have any recommendations?
Well,
I'm looking around for recommendations.
I do actually. There's a lot of. I mean, Barcelona is a gorgeous city. I find.
Obviously,
I love it. It has a lot of like markets that you can go to.
Oh yeah, nice.
Some of them are open air. Some of them are like they have a roof on them, where you can buy very fresh. They have like a huge variety of fresh juices. This is very common in many like Southern European countries. But what I really love the most about that whole city is the architecture, specifically all the stuff that Gaudi did, the famous modernist architect. That was unfortunately run over by a tram, who also designed the cathedral that I believe is still not finished.
Yes.
Which, in fairness, I was in there and it was a bit of a letdown.
No, I really liked it.
Like
inside.
compared to
I like the house more, but
yeah, I like all his houses. I thought were better.
Yeah.
Maybe I just had very high expectations.
yeah, I don't know. It really looks like a forest. That's what it felt like in there, which is like the thing that impressed me really.
Do you? I mean, I was in there when and there was like construction going on. There were like guys with big machines just doing shit.
Oh no! I was then more recently. I was in like 2018, something like that.
No, I think for me it would have been in like I was like, oh no, it was quite recently. I was in high school then. I was like, oh no, I've been out of high school for almost 10 years. No, this would have been like 2013, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, it may be better at this point. So that's Yeah, but so essentially, Posh, don't go to the restaurants that are right by the side of the road that are trying to like get you to come there. Not because they're bad, they're way too expensive. The food there is gonna be good enough, you know. It's gonna be
But not worth the price.
yeah, it's gonna not
Yeah.
be worth the price.
Understandable.
The Ramblas are very fun to hang out on. If you like to buy
Sweet.
flowers, there's gonna be a lot of options for you to do. I don't know why they all have just flower shops.
Hey, look, I'm just going out helping a friend because her visa's kind of in a fucky place at the moment, and she needs to get out of the country to still live in the UK. Which is, he found out that her visa company is a fucking scam, apparently, and I was like, but I looked at it online. It seemed like one of the biggest ones available. How the fuck did that get passed?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's yeah. No, Barcelona is very cool. It's a very cool city. There's also a lot of like the nightlife is pretty impressive. You can
Nice.
It's
Spain,
a cultural hub. Yeah, but it's not like a lot of the nightlife that you get in, especially that area of Spain, is very like tourism focused. But there is actually, it's diverse in a sense. You can
Lots of drugs.
Yeah, lots. Oh
Hell
yes, you can get a lot of drugs in that city.
Yeah.
Imagine, I've heard that you can get weed in clubs, and
Not just weed.
I
not...
really thought this was gonna go.
I can imagine.
You can drink milk at the pub.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, but dude, I had recently. I was at
ECP,
karaoke
you're
night at the like queer club, queer bar, and a friend of mine like ordered not chocolate milk, but like speculatius milk, like Biscoff milk. Oh my god, dude!
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit was-
When you were
good.
saying you can order milk, do you mean like actual milk, or do you mean the?
Posh, that was a joke that I did.
No.
it's called.
I mean,
a
in this
joke.
case, it was true that you literally can like get chocolate milk, vanilla milk, and like this Biscoff milk, speculatius milk there, which is it's really, really, really good. But it is a queer club, so they don't really care as much. Like people who go there are not going to be there to like do gender as much as they are in maybe more traditional nightclubs.
If you ever come to London, we are going to have to go to the what was it called again, Chris? Electro Club, right? Electro Works, right?
There's like many clubs in London, dude.
Yeah, I know, but
it's
the
the capital city.
The one we went to, you fucking asshole.
I mean, yeah, it's like I tell you about Barcelona. It's basically like there's not as much going on as there is in London, where you live.
No, understandable.
Except the weather is way better.
Yeah.
No, but
Also, yeah, he's not going to live there. He's going to be there for what, a week or how long?
4 days.
Yeah.
3 nights, basically. But so we went to a club, me, Chris, and a couple of other friends, to Electroworks, which is like a rock metal punk club. Holy fucking shit, bro! I know I've been saying this story for the past couple of days now, but holy fucking shit, bro! I had the fucking time of my life.
Oh, is it the one where you took the pictures of you with the makeup on? Because really seemed like you were having fun. I was really happy for you.
Oh my fucking god! If my body was not so physically exhausted, emotionally and psychologically, I was hyped up as shit, bro.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I could have continued until closing time, and closing time is like 5 a.m. or something. I was like, I'm ready to party. It was fucking great.
Get some
I
Red Bull.
also really... It's a what?
Just get some Red Bull. It's easy.
Fuck no. Fuck Red Bull.
No, you're right. Monster.
Fair,
that shit too.
Why? That shit's
I'm
good.
not into energy drinks. I'm not into.
I mean, I get that.
I understand.
Okay, Monster doesn't taste like energy drinks. I found this out very recently. Monster literally just does not taste like energy drinks, and that's why I drink Monster.
Yeah.
It just really does not taste like it at all.
No.
Which color do you get?
Oh shit! I have today. It's actually a Rockstar Energy sour apple flavor. I like the Paradise ones.
good
My
as
favorite
well.
ones are I don't know if you get the Woodruff in other places. I like most of them. I like the Lewis Hamilton one. Don't know
Yeah.
why they have a Lewis Hamilton one and not like a
Yeah.
Max Verstappen one. But
I like the sorry, but you're wrong. Basically, is what I'm saying. It's okay,
Sour
but like,
apple's pretty good.
there's so many.
you like the
types.
Max Verstappen one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I
Did I
prefer
ever
the
tell
ones
you
that are more
guys that my
juice.
brother owns?
based.
Oh, the juice-based ones I really like as well, but I often drink it like after 8 to get like another little bit of, not necessarily a boost of energy. Obviously, it just keeps me functioning.
No, honestly, I
Um,
drink it mostly when I have to go on medicated because it's like
yeah, exactly. But then it's
somewhat
like,
it
Yeah.
helps somewhat.
yeah, it helps a little bit. So, but then it's like I drink it in order to sort of then it can't have any sugar in it, and the juice ones all do have sugar in them. I can
What
drink
are
those
you,
like during the
boomer?
day.
A boomer that needs to drink the fucking white.
No, I don't drink the
Um,
white one. No, like most of them actually do. Like a lot of them don't have any sugar. Like the fucking, let me, I have a can here. Like the ultra ones. These like you can't really see the
Yeah, no, I see that. I see the one you're talking about, the Apple one. I like that
no,
one.
it's
Yeah.
not. This is not the Apple one. This is Ultra Paradise.
Okay.
But it's a different shade of green and also a different brand. But yeah, Posh, none of them taste like energy. I wouldn't be drinking them if it tasted like energy. I fucking hate that like Red Bull taste. It's disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Do you like the orange
I
flavor?
hate-
I love.
Like as soon as someone opens a can of Red Bull within my vicinity, I'm just like, fucking
Yeah.
God,
No, okay, yes,
Lord.
Red Bull tastes disgusting. I agree.
and smells
I
disgusting.
like Red Bull
Yeah.
yellow. The yellow flavor of Red Bull is kind of good to me.
Get out.
Oh, the one, the Red Bull. Ugh. No.
The yellow bull. Pee
Yeah.
is stored in the balls.
He
Yeah.
is stored in the balls.
Yeah, no.
It is not. It's stored in the bladder.
No, but really,
Hey,
you know
so
what?
did I ever tell you guys
Jaeger
that-
makes Monster even better.
But what makes it better?
Jägermeister.
Oh my god.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
Okay,
certainly,
yeah.
but also I drink it to function, not to not function.
Yeah.
Mm.
Trust me, it
I
will
will
make
say-
it function.
I will say I will not be drinking anything in Spain. I've people have told me, no, you're not a lightweight, you're just too hyper at night. No, I am definitely a fucking lightweight. Like one fucking pint already makes me sleepy as shit. One pint of cider makes me sleepy as shit. 3, I'm already kind of a bit woozy.
That's
See, this
what
is why
the
you
Red
do-
Bull is
that's why-
for.
Yeah, that's why you
No,
drink
fuck
it
that
with
shit.
Red Bull.
Fuck Red Bull. Fuck you.
Man,
I
why you
actually,
drink
but I know I
Jägerbomb.
get being
wish I was
sleepy
a
from
lightweight.
alcohol. Like that's the main effect it has on me. I will drink
Yeah.
like a couple of glasses of wine, and I'll just be sleepy. I won't even
Well,
like
yeah.
be drunk.
Interestingly,
If you're a lightweight, what's your opinion on Islam Makhachev? Do you think anybody can stop him?
Ooh.
Who?
Islam Makhachev, the lightweight champion of the UFC.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, that's actually pretty
Okay.
good.
yeah, but also interestingly, when you feel sleepy because of alcohol, it's because your blood alcohol content is going down.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm
Is
trying to
that a good
achieve the
thing or a bad
I'll have
Yeah.
to drink more when that happens.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a
dude.
bad thing? I don't understand.
It means
Basically,
you're
it-
getting less drunk.
Yeah, it means you're going to be less drunk eventually. Yeah, no, it's generally like this. When your blood alcohol goes up because you're absorbing it from your gut, you will feel more awake. In fact, and then when it starts to go down, you feel more tired. So it's not like the
What-
amount of alcohol that matters; is how fast it's changing.
Mm.
What's the
It's how you
longest
use
that
it.
alcohol will stay in your system for?
I think 30 minutes for me. It
No.
feels
If you
like.
die
It feels like.
and get frozen, potentially
Yeah.
millions of years.
Yeah. Also, it depends. The
Yeah.
more alcohol you drink, the longer it will take to metabolize.
It's about
As
an
in,
hour
like,
per unit.
per
right?
volume as well, because the more basically there is a saturation amount in your liver.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to drink, the more water, the faster it flushes, but also the more water
So-
you drink,
But this is what the
also the more
technocrats
hungover
say.
you will be.
This is
What?
this. We
If
have
I
to
had-
remember this guy is aligned with the technocracy. So
Yeah,
the
true.
more like willpower you have, the more you go out into the cold night of Finland and shout at the gods hiding in like the spirits.
Well, I'm sure that the
hiding
cold
in the shadows
as a
between the
constriction
trees.
is going to
The
reduce,
cold,
is going
it's
to
the-
increase
you-
your blood
You,
pressure.
you
and
shout, you
therefore-
you excrete it through your soul. The tiredness.
The cold
and-
will increase your blood pressure and reduce the vasodilation,
thought-
meaning that you feel more.
I thought it was an
more awake.
obligation of.
You need
I
to.
thought it was an obligation of every Finnish person to contribute 5 lines of code to the Linux kernel.
That is true. Actually, they do that in kindergarten.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
an ancient.
I love
and tradi-
Finland
and
because it
traditional
is like the happiest country in the world and also the country with the highest suicide rate. Which
It's the happiest country.
Why
in the
do you
world?
think the two? Why do you think the two coexist?
it's like they just all the unhappy people.
Yeah, all the
just
sad
kill
people commit
themselves.
suicide. Yeah.
Because if you're not fucking happy there,
Problem
you
solved.
fucking die the moment winter comes.
Yeah, it's like oh no. Oh shit.
So if I have 5
Oh,
glasses
yeah,
of
I
brandy,
wanted to ask.
could I still be drunk 4 hours later?
It
Not all at
depends.
once. Depends on how long it takes you for you to drink 5 glasses of brandy.
Mm,
And what size your glass is.
yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Well, like
Again,
if I just
I've-
down it immediately, yeah.
I've
Would
only
I
ever
still be drunk 4
tried.
hours later?
I've only ever tried very weak alcohols. Like I think the maximum I've tried has been 7% so far.
You should do like
Interesting.
vodka. Fuck it.
Fuck off.
You know,
I haven't
Posh,
tried vodka.
if everyone likes a different hard alcohol, and I am very controversially, I like rum. That's my favorite.
Why is
one.
that
I like rum
controversial?
too.
I
Not
agree.
controversial.
No. Look, anytime you say, "Oh, my favorite one is rum," people are like, "It's whiskey." Yeah, you fucking homosexual.
whiskey.
No, okay. Whiskey is good because you can make sours with it. That's the only reason why it's good. Other than that, rum.
I
all the
feel
way
that.
forever.
Yeah, rum is great. I love rum. Maybe this
Bro,
is
you know-
because this is the Mediterranean disposition. I think.
You didn't fucking tell me. You know that there's like a rum only bar in Rome.
Really?
And is it called rum?
No, the rummery.
The rummery.
So
That
Which,
fucking
created,
rules, dude. I love that.
I got on YouTube and found a recipe for something called a pirate punch, and it has what's it called? White rum, normal Captain Morgan, dark rum, triple sec Malibu, and a bit of grenadier,
Yeah.
and that's the picture of it. It was fun to drink and fun to make.
I
but
specifically
yeah, I like rum too.
Have you guys ever tried sewage?
sewage. No, I'm not into
Sewage.
scat.
Oh yeah, no.
No,
I have never
sewage.
tried it, but yeah, I know what it is. Unlike everybody else here, apparently.
Yeah.
No clue what it is.
it's
I don't
when
care.
It's when at the end of the night you take the bartender's rag and you wring it out into a glass.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yummy.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
No, thank
fucking
you.
I've had
disgusting as
friends
shit.
who've tried it.
Yeah.
Have they
I've had
ever
I'll
friends
send
who've
it.
tried it.
Have they
I'll
ever
send
been?
Henry Kissinger after you for that one. Oh wait, I can't.
Oh my god! I just found out what the address is of the place.
Is
Hang
it
on.
in Rome?
Yeah. The rummery.
Yeah, the rummery. Is it in...
The rummery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
I think I've got
I w-
fucking spiced ones. I really like spiced rum specifically. Like some.
Yeah,
some
they have. I don't think they have spiced rums because they have like only neat rums.
That's pretty gay.
I
dude.
will. I
But
will
it's
But I'll have a
still,
neat rum if it's neat.
Yeah, trust me, it's still really good.
I prefer vodka because you can make cocktails out of it, and you can also clean with it.
Have you
It's a very
tried the
pragmatic
Crystal Skull
approach.
vodka?
I have tried Crystal Skull vodka. It's pretty good. It's actually really good, but I don't buy it because Dan Aykroyd's a fucking kook.
That's
That
why I
one
would buy it,
violation
because
being
he's just
very
fucking
racist.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he legit talks about like the pyramids being like spacecraft, and he
Ah,
thinks
fuck
the
that
crystal
shit.
skulls are like actual like ancient artifacts.
I used
rather
to be
than
into that
having
shit when
been
I was a
made-
teenager.
Okay,
I was
I
a
found it
big
again.
ancient aliens expert. I really
Yeah,
loved
your
that.
Nazi
Yeah.
side, your Nazi side was definitely showing, Burger.
What?
No, there's, fuck, I haven't watched it in years, but there was a video by a Tunche Media about the link between
Parody.
crackpot fairies and specifically ancient aliens and the Nazi Party.
I mean, the
Well, I
Nazi
mean,
Party
every
probably
conspiracy
also picked
theory,
that shit up, but
yeah.
it's like a very broad sort of interpretation. It's not.
It's also
not
not
something...
on Google
Yeah.
Maps. Right, I'm still looking at the Rummery.
This is just
No.
putting in the coordinates, dude. Like,
Yeah.
we shall
I do
meet
love-
at this location.
In the Vicolo Moroni.
Yeah, fucking.
Vicolo Moroni.
It's basically our own fault if we go there. To be fair. Like,
Is it?
Oh yeah, I can't
What's it
find the store link. Oh,
Yeah, there isn't one.
damn,
They're not on,
that's-
they're not
that
on
is-
the-
that now you know it's like serious.
Yeah.
oh, if they don't have a website, yeah,
Nope.
that's how you know they're good.
That's a real play. This is a serious business.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
so, like I've worked like with machinist shops in Sioux Falls, and like all the best ones don't have websites or even like a Facebook presence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of them, they're like, yeah, I'll make a Facebook presence because I feel like I have to, and then they don't maintain them, and it's getting like lead to more misinformation than anything else.
Oh yeah, like my trucking company's like they maintain a website, you know, for recruiting, but like their Facebook page, they haven't updated it in 5 years.
And why would you? You have to basically because it's not going to be a discovery tool, right? Especially if you're a specialized business, people are just going to know about you through like word of mouth much more effectively. And the way that like algorithm optimization has become such a science, you basically have to drop an insane amount of money on like someone who will do SEO for you full time.
No, our most effective recruiting tool, because our most effective recruiting tool is that I have like a booklet of business cards that have like a code that have my code on it.
Yeah.
And literally like our recruiting is just like I hear somebody talk about how much they hate the company they're working for, and I just say, hey, if you're looking around for another company, here you go. And I give them my card.
But are they better?
And it's like, I'll be honest, this is a pretty great company to work for. And also, if they get hired, I get $1,000. Also, if they get hired, I get $1,000.
That fucking rules. Dude.
Ooh.
You go secure that bag, King.
Yeah.
The M.
It's
Night
worth a lot.
Shyamalan twist is that he works for Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You truck
Yo,
tweets
yeah.
around
Like
the
capitalism
country.
is on the rise.
The worst controversy we had was like three people from our company were at January 6th, and they were fired afterwards. That was like the worst thing that happened to us.
This really does not surprise me at all, dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's a trucking company in the middle of America, of course. I mean, of course. I'm surprised it was only 3.
yeah, I mean, you know, that checks out.
Yeah.
I love the idea of you being
Oh,
like
yeah.
a driver for like transporting tweets across the country. Like, yeah, fucking.
Well, listen.
I'm loading 15 tons of anti-Semitism today.
You do know that, like, in some situations, for, like, scientific collaborations, it is more efficient for bandwidth to ship hard drives around.
Yeah,
It's the same in
yeah.
TV, actually.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty common.
With the amount of
Yeah,
racism that they make on Twitter every day, if you need to get it to like, if you can transport it to the racism centers in the South.
Yeah. What is the main export of your
Bless your
town?
heart.
Racism.
Bless your heart.
It's
Did you guys
it's
hear the-
getting reported on the internet.
Did you guys hear
Oh,
the story about the pigeon who beat the internet in South Africa?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is like, oh yeah. This is back in the early 2000s. This ISP had such bad internet that they like took a pigeon and like took a thumb drive and put like a 40 megabyte file on it and sent the pigeon out and then started a download, and the pigeon got it. It was like from Pretoria to not Cape Town to like Durban or something.
Yeah.
And like the pigeon got there, and then like the file downloaded like 2 hours later.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Amazon Web Services offers this service for when you're uploading to the cloud your storage. If you have like a fuck ton of shit, they'll just give you like a USB box and just plug it in, download it, and ship it in.
Oh yeah, my dad has the backup service he uses, where he does like constant rolling backups for his computer, and if his computer breaks down and his hard drive fails, they'll just ship him a new hard drive. They'll just ship him a hard drive with those data on it, rather than
Nice.
re-downloading the whole thing.
It's good on
Nice.
good with bandwidth, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he lives up in the mountains, so it's like, he has. I think he has like 10 up, 1 down, or no, like 10 down, 1 up. So
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
take
it makes
you a
sense.
while to like properly get situated with that shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
You know, it's a really cool thing I've been seeing on TikTok, and I'm kind of glad that like the algorithm is actually giving me shit. I'd be interested in is finding finding TikTok accounts for like technicians and shops that do just like really weird shit, like data, like not weird shit, but really cool shit. I have no idea works, like data recovery or like upgrading like embedded integrated systems, like stuff you think you shouldn't be able to upgrade. They just do it as their job.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's like one guy on TikTok who does RAM upgrades for like the Steam Deck and like the ROG Ally, where people send them their Steam Decks and he like matches the model number for the RAM chips, buys them off of Alibaba, and he does like 32 and 64 gigabyte RAM upgrades for like the Steam Deck and ROG Ally, which
Neat.
is something you're not supposed to do. But it's like, oh yeah, it's easy to do. As long as you know what you're
Understandable.
doing. Yeah.
Man, I really want to go visit Ireland.
That really
But
is
yeah.
extremely related to what we're talking about.
I know, it's just a thought of the moment.
It's
the
true.
day.
I also want to visit Ireland.
I want to visit Ireland too.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
really nice place. I have visited Ireland.
Hell yeah. For
I definitely do want to
colonialism.
start visiting Dublin first, because definitely, like, big
Okay.
cities, start to
Don't go
calibrate
to-
yourself to the
Do
culture.
not go to Dublin.
Why not?
There is a specific
Oh,
ice cream shop in Dublin that I want to see though.
Why?
I don't even care because it's world renowned and apparently very good.
Every Irish person I've ever met in my life has said, "Don't go to Dublin. It's just a shit version of London."
French
Like, if
people
you're
with
gonna-
Paris, dude.
The reason
Yeah,
the
no, exactly the same. I mean, I don't dislike Paris, but I'm not that keen on it. If it's like visiting for 2 days, it's fine. If I'm
it
there for a
kinda
week,
stinks.
motherfucker, I'm going to harm someone.
Yeah, it kind of
Where's
Where's
stinks.
the real French city?
I just
should I
the main
go
not
with
fucking,
Putain,
not
putain
fucking
de
Grenoble. Stay
merde,
away
on
from
peut
fucking
foutre,
Grenoble.
connard.
Stay
I
away
just
from
want to go
fucking
to I just
Grenoble,
want
by
to
the
go to
way.
Ireland. I just
What's
want to go to
wrong with
Ireland
Grenoble?
because
There nothing, but there is nothing good either.
Grenoble.
the big reason
This is a man
I want to
speaking
go to
from
Ireland.
experience.
Yeah,
Have you
After
ever
living
been to
in
Grenoble?
a super
I fucking
Super harsh
have been living
environment.
there for the last 4 months.
Oh, you poor
I'm
bastard.
gonna run down that hill and chase after that cheese. So I think I'm going over there.
I mean, as far as I can see from just looking at a few photos of it, it looks decent. Like, actually just baseline decent. Like, you know.
Yes, but there is literally nothing other than like the entire nanotechnology industry of France.
Really?
Yeah, basically yes, and then nothing else.
But that's because you don't. How much do you
I
care
mean, you
about?
can
like,
see the Alps.
history
That's
and-
pretty deep. That's nice.
True,
What?
but
Yeah.
my question is, how much do you care for like architectural history and shit?
I'm pretty happy with it. The problem is that there's like 3 things that I've seen within the first week, and then that's it.
I probably should not be looking at Wikipedia. Actually, that sounds like a terrible fucking idea. But let's see.
Are you someone who has never been to Grenoble going to try to convince
No,
Matthew,
but-
who has been there,
no,
who has
no,
been
no,
bored
no,
of it?
no,
for
no,
I mean,
months?
it's good for the like hiking and the climbing. Then the fact that there's like more climbing gyms than in Rome, despite being a quarter of the size.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see myself like staying here for like just for holidays. I don't
Like
know
the
if I would
mountains
actually
really do
live
look
there.
nice, but I guess like
Yeah.
relatively quickly I'd be like, okay, it's actually
Yeah,
let's
I mean
go
it is
to
a small
the
city.
beach.
It is a small city. Like given the fact that I still haven't explored the entirety of fucking London, I still
Okay,
want
no,
to.
you see, it's like not even a small city really. It's technically a small city, but it's more like a medium-sized town, again, with the entire French nanotechnology industry bolted on, and therefore the people that work in it that all came there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So
But
Not
it's,
decent
the,
people
the,
then.
the good thing is, of course, it's the nanotechnology industry, so it's
Not-
not,
not
it's
One
not,
in 5.
people.
I'm sorry.
It's
One
not
in 5
very big.
inhabitants. Yeah. 1 in 5 inhabitants of the city work directly in the fields of research, technology, and innovation.
oh, you
Crazy,
poor
dude.
fucking bastard.
Yeah, exactly. There is like
but it's the same with like defense contractors here. Like I know so many people who are like, yeah, I work for like ThyssenKrupp and shit. It's like, okay,
there.
this
Yeah,
is
but
this is
it's
like
like-
a, this is like
Yeah,
a
but, like-
marine technologies defense contractor city where I
Yeah,
live.
but like, okay,
Yeah.
this is the funny thing. Bran came over once for a weekend, right?
Yeah.
And and when he arrived, he was like, "Yeah, I think I see what you mean," because he then told me that when going to a place, he usually looks up like events or like art
there's
things that are
literally
going
nothing.
on.
yeah.
There was literally nothing for the entire month, or nothing at all that he could find.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
He was like, that sounds like nanotechnology people. Those
I mean,
motherfuckers
not
are
even
so
fucking-
boring.
No,
It's
there
not
must.
even physics. It's like the applied physics.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Jesus, fuck.
Oh god, you poor bastard.
Do you
Yeah,
not
okay,
have
I
like
see- I see what you mean.
50,000 D&D organizations in that town?
No. I've tried asking. A lot of them don't like do any of those kind of things.
It's too
'Cause it's like-
fucking nerdy to
Yeah,
play D&D.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's too
They're
like
the
creative,
uncool-
artistic.
It's too
nerds.
much too theater kid type shit for them.
It's like,
Yeah, it
you know
requires
how
too
a lot
many
of-
social. It requires
It's
too many.
too geeky for fucking geeks.
Hell
Did
yeah.
you guys ever read? Have you guys read Chelsea Manning's book about her autobiography?
No.
She did an
There's a
autobiography?
really great. Yeah, she wrote one. She wrote an autobiography last year. A good part of the book is about when she was in the military, the D&D group she played with. She talked a lot about them.
Apparently,
Damn.
there's a lot of D&D going on in the military. Like,
I can
Oh yeah,
imagine.
there's a lot of D&D.
And wargaming as
Oh,
well.
you've
Magic-
been in the military. You
Magic-
know this.
Yeah, gaming's a big part of the military. Magic the Gathering. This is from my uncle. Magic the Gathering is fucking huge in the prison system.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They-
Oh yeah. There
actually-
was a story. There was a story that broke recently regarding creative ways they've had to find to circumvent like a lot of the prison shenanigans in the US.
Well,
Because a lot of their
well-
items are considered contraband. Fucking.
Well, the thing is
actually-
that a lot of them ban Magic the Gathering cards because they were being used as alternate forms
of
of
currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they are on the outside. So what my uncle
Yes.
did, he asked me. What my uncle asked me to do was he asked me to send them catalogs of Magic cards. And what he would do was he would take cardboard. He'd buy cardboard and crayons from the commissary and use the catalogs as a reference and draw his own cards.
Based.
That's fucking
Yeah.
wild, dude.
I mean,
This is
Yeah.
a great article, by the way.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
death.
yeah.
Oh shit, this is too dark for me to be thinking about right now.
yeah, no. That's...
All right, folks, it's time to end the stream anyway. It's been 9
Oh
minutes.
yeah.
That's fucking.
My girlfriend is here, so I appreciate all you. Y'all stay safe. I don't know how fucking frozen it is where you live. It is pretty fucking frozen here. We're at minus 8
starting
degrees
to reach
Celsius
zero.
right now.
Yeah.
So.
It's starting to reach zero right now.
I think it's about 15 degrees. It's really cold today.
Are you in Rome again?
Oh, I only know
Yeah.
American
Yeah, okay,
units.
fuck you then.
No, it's 17 degrees
Also-
right now.
also-
Yeah, well, my
Okay.
grandma
Also,
too is
sorry-
very warm where she is, but it's like a similar sort of latitude. So.
How warm is it going to be in Spain? Actually, is my thought.
Actually, a few
Boom.
days ago,
Oh, hang on.
yeah.
I'd have to end
Wait.
the stream here actually.
you know,
17